You know, this old truck is starting to look pretty decent. And it's not perfect, but it's got a look to it. Today I'm gonna work on setting up the cameras first, which is the current step of what's happening. But as you might imagine, you can save your time scouring the internet looking for brackets to mount a Chevy bumper on a Dodge truck. Those aren't a thing. Nobody makes those. I guess nobody does it. So, there's that. All right, do it again. Man, there's fire coming out underneath that. All right, it's about time to go after this bumper. Kind of been putting it off because I don't want to make brackets and stuff, but hey. We'll figure it out, I think. Probably gonna do it with a saw. Hopefully, I've got it all marked out. I think I need safety glasses. Oh yeah, they're on my head. Perfect. Perfect place to keep your safety glasses. Doing ear muffings because it's the loudest saw on earth. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. It's a long way to go. I'm drill a hole to try and turn this corner here. Another kiss, another goodbye. That's see you next time. Look in your eyes. Not sure what is up or down. A phone call late at night. Maybe this will all be fine. This guy's lawnmower sounds like a Harley. It's not even hot today. It's like 80, which is fantastic compared to what it's been. And I gotta cut like 10 feet this way. Yeah, that thing sounds like a race mower or something. It's crazy. So that's probably some excruciating audio just listening to the air compressor go off. Probably gonna have to get audio from one of the other cameras. That's okay. There we are. We're trimmed up on that one side. Kind of gotta match her up on the other. It does take a little effort to turn a Chevy bumper into a Dodge bumper, I guess. But I'll at least get y'all up here so you can see. Just trying to get this shape here to match more closely to the back of the old Dodge Pick 'em Up. It wasn't terrible. I mean, I still got to make brackets too, so that should be fun. Next, I guess I got to do the other side. Alright, I had to let the cameras cool off because they had done 10 minutes of work. Oh, safety glasses. Safety glasses. Safety first. Okay. Whew. Let's clean that up. Now, the most important part is, does it fit? I mean, even more than if I got it super symmetrical or not. The fact of it fitting or not fitting is, it is definitely not symmetrical, but who cares about symmetrical? Oh yeah, it will tuck way up there now if we'd like it to. And we're not going to get it that close. I'll get a camera and bring it around here so we can see what I'm talking about. Maybe two cameras because there are two sides. But before, the gap was so narrow that it wouldn't really get close to the truck. Now it gets closer than I need it to, so it'll just be really deciding where we want it, or I want it. I guess there's not really a we in this subject. As you can see, it'll tuck all the way up against the truck if we want it to, which is not the end game or end result we're after. But probably somewhere, out just a hair and about as high up as we can get it, close to the tailgate, which I can't totally see what it looks like. I'll probably have to get another human to help, but I think that's goal accomplished. Alright, so I don't have any bumper brackets to go with this truck. That means I'm going to need to get some steel to go in here, some steel to weld that to on the back of the bumper, and some appropriately sized bumper bolts. I do think it's going to end up being a better looking bumper even than what the factory had on it. And for not a substantial amount of work, I mean, an hour or so cutting it, $100 or 150, I can't remember, 100, somewhere between 100 and 150 on the high side, but I don't think 150 is correct. And it will be a nice close fitting bumper instead of that hideous dealer installed garbage from 1985. But I have the pieces that go inside it, which are the bumper bracket, because Chevrolet decided to make the entire bumper bracket a separate piece. I have the license plate light. Total investment, I think total investment's under $200. That's of course not counting the fact that I gotta go get some steel and some decent size steel, probably just plate. I'm not gonna go crazy if it gets crashed into it. It's probably not gonna save the truck, but yeah, it'll be a bumper. It'll look better than this, which is the goal. In here, it needs to be, if I use the same two holes that I used when I took it apart, that'd be great. Drill a couple holes in that, come out to whatever plates I bolt to the back of the bumper, and if I can get the damn thing fairly level left to right, that would be nice. So I'm probably going to have a helper with that. But I will pick up from here when I've got steel to work with. As you might imagine, you can save your time scouring the internet looking for brackets to mount a Chevy bumper on a Dodge truck. Those aren't a thing. Nobody makes those. I guess nobody does it. So, there's that. So that leaves us with the option of making them ourselves. Yep. So we're going to do some stuff, measure out and kind of mark out on the back of this bumper basically where the frame rails are going to fall when this is centered, so I can make some brackets. I went and got some steel for this. I haven't decided if I'm going to plasma cut them or what yet, but first I think we should mark it out, maybe clean it. And then I found a mark on the bumper that might tell me who makes this fine piece of quality Chinesium. Nope, that's not Chinesium, that's Taiwanesium. I don't know if that's worse or better, but let's look up that part number and maybe see who makes this bad boy that I paid $100 for. Maybe I got ripped off. GM TK 35 dash 73 Bravo 2 73 Bravo 2 dash Charlie 1 Charlie 1 Charlie. That is a LMC truck bumper. Without bumpers, CH. Whatever that is. But that is an LMC bumper. That's crazy for $100. I think. Well, maybe that just. Well, somehow it knows it's a bumper, but it brings up the LMC website. I don't know if it is or not. Let's just go with it's a bumper. We're gonna clean the back of this thing up. I'll try not to kill my part number over here. Yeah, leave that there for posterity. Good old isopropyl alcohol. It's the cleaner of champions. I don't know how this thing got so dirty. Probably from the previous person's garage or something. But it's quite oily. Maybe that's manufacturing goop. Fella that sold me it said he's selling it because the one he wants to use has the longer pieces that curve around the back of the bumper. I didn't care because, well, I just wanted to pay for a Chevy bumper instead of paying for a Dodge bumper. I'm not a professional fabricator, so I just, basically the reason I'm drawing all this out on the back of the bumper is so I can create a picture of what needs to be where and how it's all going to work together. That's it. So, would it be easier to go buy Dodge bumper and Dodge brackets? Ow, 100%. Would be easier. As I've talked about before, anytime you're working on a car, it's a or truck, I guess in this case, it is a battle between time and money. I happen to have more time than I do money, so I turn my time into money by saving money on parts. Now, there was a sharp part on this bumper and it attacked me and cut my finger. Alright, now we need a measuring device. So, looks to me like 14 and what do we got here? We got 29 and some numbers. I'm not good at the measuring tape because it has things. I assume those are 30 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 30 seconds. 6 30 seconds. 29 and 6 30 seconds. There, that goes. It gets smaller. There's a map for that. That's a quarter. I don't think that's a quarter though. Divide by 2, 3/16. 29 and 3/16. Okay. 29 and 3/16. So that would be 14 and 1.5/8. So let's go. That's an eighth, 1.5/8. Uh-oh. Where? Our center line's not center line. 20, 29. No, that'd be 14 and a half. You're watching my mathing and it's not good. Look, there's some things we got here right here in the United States. The imperial measurement system, it's not one of them. Sorry. Somebody's going to find it offensive, but millimeters are, I mean, they're decimals. That's how all the rest of our numbers work. So this whole thing is, I don't understand. Looks pretty equidistant, distance from here to here. Let's see what that number is. Another useless number. I need like one of them clothes measuring tapes, like a soft measuring tape. I'm going to get one. There's one in the house. I'm going to borrow it from my wife. Alright, getting back to welding. We're going to be welding bumper brackets today. We're starting on them, I guess. It's just like the part that's going to attach to the bumper itself. Used bandsaw, which I just added to my fleet of tools last week. I used the bandsaw to cut all of these pieces. So we're gonna, you got two different angles here, so we're gonna come in, tack these, and then of course we'll do the full weld off of the bumper so we don't put a bunch of heat into the bumper. I think the heat index today is somewhere around 90. I can't be certain because I haven't gone and looked, but so we've got half of the bracket clamped here, half clamped here. There's a little bit of a gap. We're gonna lay a bead in that, but first we're gonna tack it. When I say lay a bead, it's going to be something that might resemble a bead, and may not otherwise resemble a bead. So I'm probably going to put some anti-spatter stuff on this bumper just to keep any welding balls from sticking to things they shouldn't stick to. And wipe away most of my mark from the process, so that's good. Yeah, well thought out. Okay, that is the whole process on a very It's not very high tech. I could have, you know, tried to bend some metal to do this. I don't really have metal bending stuff. I don't have a sheet metal brake. I do have a bench vise and a torch, which probably would do the job. Alright, let's tack up another one. But here they are. Fine pieces of craftsmanship. I'm sure they'll do the job. But I'm going to pick up when I go to weld these up. I'm not sure what I'm going to weld them on top of. I'll find something. Probably just the floor out here. The concrete, one might call it.